Money shouldn't be the main focus for any musician, but I guess that's easier said than done, especially if you already have that money. But being financially wise as a musician can work wonders for your career, leading to exponential growth. So in this video, I'm going to outline how musicians can become financially wiser, leading to more earned, more saved, and most importantly, more growth. Of course, having and making money shouldn't be everything for musicians, because the love for the music and the passion should be what drives you. However, we do understand that money can help you grow, and being financially stable and having money to invest into your music can benefit a musician a lot. So being financially wiser is actually broken down into three main areas. These areas are what is actually bringing in the money, how should you be spending that money, and how can you get more of that money. Being a full-time musician puts a lot of pressure onto the music because it demands you to bring in an income from the music alone, which you've never had to do before. Therefore, we would suggest in the early stages that you have a full-time or part-time job so you're not relying heavily on the music to bring in money. You need to work out how much you're actually bringing in, how much you're spending, and how much you have left over to spend on the music. And this can be done by creating a spreadsheet like this. This is the spreadsheet that we've created, and at the top here you just put the month that you're going to be looking at, and then up here is the salary that you've got and your income for the month. So salary could be your full-time and part-time job. Your music income is kind of the gigs you're getting, any streaming revenue you're making, and then additional income might be any freelance work you're doing. So that there, the top half here, is the income you're getting from that month. This bottom bit, the next section, is actually what your outgoings are. So yep, I just filled that in for you quickly. But the most important bit is here, the other part. That part is the bit where you could be potentially wasting the most money. And around here is what you have left to spend on the actual music alone. These are the savings that you have. And this is what you can invest. So that spreadsheet will show you how much you're bringing in from the music, from your full-time or part-time job, and any other additional income. It will also show you what you're spending your money on. And for a lot of you, that other part will actually be things that aren't essential. But if you actually got rid of that other part, you'd find you have so much more money to invest in your music, which will mean your career will grow a lot quicker. So now you know how much disposable money you have. How should you be spending it? So you're going to be spending money on food, your car, your phone, your house, and then finally, the music. But you want to be spending more. So you're going to be needing money for the music creation, the actual release of the music, the marketing of the music, and then anything additional like a music video. So let's start with the music creation. So the investment you're making into your music creation should either be investing into a software so that you can make the music yourself, or investing into a producer or studio time. As for the release, the only money you're going to need for that is to pay a distributor to put it onto these different platforms. This is an essential investment because again, that's where you're going to be making the money back. The next one is the marketing, and this can actually be done completely free. We've actually done a video on how to promote your music on zero budget, so I'll make sure to link that below. All you need to do is be pitching to vlogs, to radio, to playlist curators, to YouTube channels. If you're getting promotion around your next track and building the buzz, that can all be done yourself. However, the social media side of things is where you actually might need to invest some money. Social media ads have an amazing return on investment as long as you're creating good quality content. If you're putting money behind it, you will see people engaging with it. So that's definitely a thing you should be investing your money into. I think it's pretty obvious that we're saying a lot of these things are actually quite cheap or free. However, these things take a lot of time. And if you don't have that time, then you need to outsource. And that's where it can be quite expensive. So work out if they are essential for you. But how do you actually make more of this money? I think this is the point that everyone's probably looking forward to most. The money is in streaming, digital streaming platform revenue, ticket sales from live events, merchandise from whatever you want to sell, and then finally, the attention. Let's start with digital streaming. Digital streaming is behind the biggest rise in music sales in 2 decades, meaning that this is where you're going to be getting your most revenue. So it should be your major focus. Data has shown that an artist that's put on the biggest Spotify playlist can secure £163,000 worth of revenue. To start taking advantage of these platforms, you need to A, have good music, B, be taking advantage of this algorithm, and C, pitching your music to these playlists. A is pretty simple to do. Like we said earlier, you need to invest money into the creation of the music. Taking advantage of the algorithm basically means releasing singles as often as possible so Spotify can keep pushing them out to test the reaction. And then pitching to these playlist curators is easier than ever because Spotify have announced a submission process through Spotify for Artists, which basically means you're putting your music in front of the correct editors. Live events is where you can start bringing in a larger amount of income. You'll be making money off the ticket sales, a percentage of the ticket sales, or a flat fee from the promoter. Also, if you're signed up to PRS, you should make sure that the venue is also signed up, because then you could start getting paid for each song performed that's registered through them. Also, make sure you're playing the best set you possibly can, because you want to impress everyone in the audience, because that will be an amazing return investment. You invest your time and effort, and in return, you'll get more ticket sales, more streams, and more fans. These fans will also invest in your merch. Try not to be lazy with this. Don't just get your artist name and plaster it across your t-shirt. Instead, be imaginative. Because if you invest money into a graphic designer or high quality t-shirts, you'll see a return in that investment. It's often nothing to do with the music. If you look at YouTubers, they create a brand first, and then they can sell whatever merch they want because they have the attention. Yes, the attention. This is our final point and the most important point that every artist needs to get their head around. If you can capture people's attention, you can start bringing in money. Let's go back to the example of YouTubers. If you look at the YouTube community, they put out free content constantly. The videos they do daily don't really make them any money. They make the money on everything else. And this is how musicians should see it. They should treat the music as the way to pull in fans and engage people, and then make money in everything else. So make sure you're chasing the attention, whether that's through the best social media platform, the best digital streaming platform. Chase wherever the attention is at, and you'll find that the money is there. So it looks like we've covered everything we can. We've discussed what's actually bringing in the money and how you can start saving more, how you should be spending your money to take advantage of every single penny and grow your music career, and then finally, how to be making more money. I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And if you have any questions for us, feel free to comment and we'll answer them all. Thanks for watching.